Hello, welcome to our channel. My name is Clay.
And I'm Nina.
And we are Zen and
Bae.
Bae. Okay.
We are currently in Vietnam.
Hey. Vietnam. Specifically, we're in Da Nang, Vietnam, and we just came from, is it Da Nang or Da Nang? We're in Da Nang, Vietnam.
I don't know. We in Vietnam.
And we just came from Bangkok, Thailand. And that's what we want to talk about, our experience, our month and a half, 2 months experience in Bangkok.
Yes.
We decided to just kind of travel through Southeast Asia until we found a place that we felt, would be home.
Yeah.
And so for now, we're just kind of going place to place and staying there until our visa expires and then go someplace else. And so far it's been Bangkok and Da Nang.
Da Nang. Yeah. So we decided, Bangkok, we did, I was watching like so many YouTube videos. Like I was watching everybody and just trying to figure out like where to go, what to do, how to get there, visas, all the things. But we had a totally different experience from what we were seeing online. Everybody was talking about how great it was and how, inexpensive and all these things. And it was like, oh, that's where we are going to go. And we were really excited. And even though Bangkok, it was amazing, we still had, some things that we dealt with there.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about like how we got there, like the actual experience of like traveling there and
oh my God,
the flight itself and going through that whole thing, which was fun.
So we booked on, what was it, Qatar
Airlines? Yeah.
And, we kind of just went like the least expensive, least amount of transfers, I guess, because some flights, you're going to transfer like 3 times, 4 times sometimes. So we wanted to find like get a bang for our buck, but not be in the air for 2 days, 3 days. A little backstory, like we're creative, so we have gear. We're both photographers. Clay is a filmmaker. I'm a makeup artist. So there was just things that we had to travel with outside of our like clothes and toiletries and shoes and things like that. We packed as light as we possibly could, but we were still overweight when we got to the airport. Right.
There's no such thing as like one bag for us. Like it's a ton of stuff that we travel with.
When we didn't know, we were so used to traveling within the USA or even like Mexico and in the past traveling to other countries, we never had a problem with like too much weight or anything like that. So when we got to the airport in Atlanta, they were like, oh, book bags.
It was like a 15-pound
It was
limit.
like, 15-pound limit for your carry-on, not your personal. But so we could have a personal and a carry-on. And so Clay's used to having the
actual cameras.
Book bag, and I'm used to having my makeup case as our actual carry-ons. So, and in his book bag, he's carrying like, camera equipment and lenses and things like that. And in my bag, I'm carrying at least like 36 pounds worth of makeup. So they tried to charge us, I would say, what, $500?
Yeah, it was like a whole nother ticket. Yeah.
And so I was like, no, we're not doing that. So they weren't very clear on their website either on like the carry-on thing. So we did see several people having to get out of line and repack everything.
We were that people that you see in the airport sitting on the floor, taking stuff out the bag.
$500 like for a book bag? Like I was like, y'all, I'm not paying no $500 for no book bag. Yeah. So we got to figure this out.
We ended up having to toss some stuff and then ended up coming down to like, we paid like $150. I think we were like overweight.
Yeah, it was like $150 or $170, something like that for the overweight. Luckily, we had an amazing guy, agent. He was really sweet and, he let us go over like 1 or 2 pounds. But we won't say his name because we don't want him to get in trouble. But he was amazing.
Let's talk about the food.
Oh my God.
On the plane.
On the plane.
I ate it all again.
Okay, so I got food poisoning really bad.
That's how we started Bangkok.
Yeah, so the first
Landed and she was sick immediately.
Immediately, as soon as we got in the taxi to get to our new place, it was I couldn't. The man couldn't have drove fast enough. Like I was sweating.
It's funny because I'm in the taxi and I got my phone and I'm filming stuff. I'm like, oh baby, look at this, and she's just there like,
over.
I'm dying. Get me to the place.
Yeah,
Get me to the Airbnb. And then on top of that, the one thing that I didn't consider was how bad the travel when you tired and you get there.
The jet lag.
The jet lag was so bad.
I have been to Thailand before, and the first time I went to Thailand, I got there, I got in at night. I woke up the next morning and I was on go the whole time I was there. Like, there was no jet lag. So I was expecting my body to be like, hey, let's go, Thailand. Yeah. And we were like, 14-hour time difference is definitely catching up to us.
Yeah, it was like a good 4 or 5 days of just being tired. Almost a full week of just being tired.
The first week was kind of a bust. We kind of just stayed at home and tried different like medicines to cure my food poisoning.
Yeah.
And get rest. So then the second week, we were actually cool and we got out.
Yeah,
Chinatown.
We went
market.
went to the China market.
Yeah.
Which was interesting because I think from a photographer, filmmaker's perspective, it's like a really cool place to like be. Beautiful. It's so many things to like shoot, so many things to see, but it's hella crowded. There's so many people, and we went on a Sunday, and it was like
it was
still ridiculously crowded.
But it was just so amazing to see.
And so she just gets over food poisoning. We go to the China market, and then I swear, no lie, like the next week, I'm sick. Like I get some type of flu or cold or wherever it was, and I know I got it from that market because there was so many people. Like it was impossible not to get something from that market. So. So the second was at the third week, I'm just down.
Yeah, so then we're sick again.
Right.
So, but in the process, we only booked our Airbnb for, what was it, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Because we didn't, just doing research online, we just heard like, Airbnb can be kind of a catfish, like just, don't book and be locked in for a month or 2 months when you might need to leave. Yeah. So we ended up, and we're on a budget. So, we're spending a very small budget. So we're spending our savings to be here and whatever we sold. So we got a cheaper Airbnb this time.
Yeah.
Clay, I'll let you tell them about that one.
So, I mean, you gave me, she's funny. She made a list of places that were acceptable, and on this list was this one Airbnb, and she was like, you pick the Airbnb based off this list. So I picked the Airbnb. It was the cheapest one that was on there, of course. Yeah. And it was pretty bad. Like it was not a good place to be for 2 weeks.
But we get there, and I noticed when we pulled in that outside there was maybe like 6 cages of parrots. Yes. Parrots. Big ones. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Aww. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Parrots, like who's ever stayed in an Airbnb with like parrots? Tell them about the bed.
If you're coming to Thailand, the one thing you have to realize is their beds are not like American beds. Mm-mm. They don't sleep on the fluffy cushion beds. They don't like have the, the mattresses aren't
sleep
super
on the
thick
box
and
spring,
like
pretty much.
it's pretty much the box spring. And this isn't like just the Airbnbs we're in. Like this is Thailand.
This is Thailand.
It's very unless you're staying in like an American style hotel or something like that.
Yeah.
Almost all the beds are going to be like sleeping on a hardwood floor.
And they
like, it's
warned
pretty
us,
bad.
like not they, but just doing research, people on YouTube and TikTok and things like that, people were like, the beds are definitely harder in Asia. And so
Yeah.
we were just like, okay, but we weren't expecting that.
Well, the other thing that made this so bad was I was just getting over the first cold or flu or whatever it was I had. We get there and I could feel myself getting sick again.
Yes.
And this time it was something totally different.
So he had got dengue fever.
Dengue fever or whatever. It's some mosquito-borne illness.
Flu.
Right. And so I was miserable.
So sick. So we couldn't leave.
Probably the sickest I've been in like years. Like it was pretty bad.
Yeah, since COVID.
Yeah, since COVID, it was pretty bad.
So we couldn't just pack up and leave because he was so sick. Because I was like, we're out of here. I'm not staying in this Airbnb. The mattress was literally made of like leather. And so
I also think I'm pretty positive
some type of leather, some type of material that felt like leather.
I mean, every night we were sweating and like pouring sweat every night. And I thought it was me being sick, but I'm pretty sure it was the mattress too.
The mattress.
I also think the bathroom had like mold in it, and I think that's what was keeping me sick.
And it was hard to tell if it was mold in the bathroom or not because they had made the bathroom black.
Yeah.
And so he got really sick there. And then
he was literally sick the entire 2 weeks.
On top of him being sick, the beautiful parrots, as beautiful as they were, they are some loud birds. I don't know if you guys ever heard a parrot, and I'm not just talking about talking bird, but I'm talking about like a jungle.
It sounded like Jurassic Park.
Rainforest.
It sounded like there were dinosaurs in the building. It was pretty bad.
We counted at least 12.
Yeah.
So we ended up staying there for 2 weeks, and then I was like, I'm picking the Airbnb this time.
Even though she pretty much picked it the first time, but whatever.
We ran back to the first area that we were in.
Right. It was funny because when we were in Nottongbury the first time, we were like, oh, we're so far and da-da-da-da-da. But then we realized after the Parakeet Island place, Parrot Island, we realized that Nottongbury is actually really cool because the train was right there.
Yeah, we were walking.
It was really accessible, and it was like, it was far from everything, but it was also more of like the residential area. So there was a lot, like the more local foods were there. They had the local markets where everything was like accessible within walking distance. So we went back to that area and actually found an Airbnb like right up the street from the one we were at.
Island, there was nothing within walking distance. You had to catch a bike or a car to get out of there, to get to the nearest train station or anything.
The other thing too is because Nottongbury is not within the city, the central city area is cheaper. Everything was cheaper out there as opposed to being like where all the expats are known to stay at. What is it called? Asok area or something like that. Terminal 21 area. Like being in Nottongbury was cheaper as far as rent and Airbnb and all that. Yeah. But once we got back to Nottongbury,
then that's when our luck kind of started.
Nah, because I was still sick.
He was still sick. And then
you was going out. You got sick.
Yeah, but I was going out, and then I got sick.
You got sick, and then I got sick again. Basically, the whole month and a half, 2 months in Bangkok, I was sick. Like, I really didn't do a whole lot.
So then I get online, and I start doing research, and supposedly there's all kinds of flu and influenza and all these things, diarrhea, all these things
just going around
through the city.
The one thing about Bangkok is that it's huge.
Right.
Like it's what, like 10.5 million people or something like that. Like it's a huge place. And so no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you're going to be surrounded by a ton of people.
Yeah.
And I don't think my immune system was ready for that.
No.
And it was pretty bad. Like the whole time, I pretty much was in the Airbnb and sick. I mean, I got out a little bit here and there, but she was the one who pretty much did most of the going out and the networking and meeting people and stuff.
So So I feel like that was the only real major con to
That
our
was pretty
stay.
major.
Yeah. Outside of being sick off and on, we got to experience some pretty cool things.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as far as pros, like, what would you
Yeah.
say were the pros for Bangkok for you?
So one, definitely the people.
Yeah.
They were so friendly and like just really like every day they're like swadika, swadika. And you're like, hello. Like they're just so sweet. We did meet, not meet, but come in contact with like a few rude people or people just trying to avoid you. But like for the most part, it didn't feel like racism. It felt like I don't want to have to try to have a conversation when I don't understand you and you don't
Right.
understand me.
And we talked about that too. I think some of that, I think we both agreed that some of that was like, there's so many expats there now
Yeah.
that I think, I don't want to say that they're getting tired of us, but it is a thing of like, oh, here comes another one. I don't want to engage with them or whatever.
Like we
Which,
go to the
you know, I
store
get.
and the man would be like, please don't ask me any questions.
Right.
Here I come with Google Translate, like, hey, where's this or where's that?
Right.
To the food. Oh, the food was so good in Thailand. Like just the fruits and vegetables alone had me. I am allergic to watermelon in the US, but in Thailand I am not. So I'm pretty sure it's something that they're growing the watermelons with in America, but over in Asia, I eat watermelon and I drink it. I have smoothies weekly, probably one of our favorite things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just tastes fresher. You look at the fruits have so much brightness and color to them. It's really good food. Thai food too. And we started like trying some things we never tried before.
Yeah, I don't, man, like.
We went to Terminal 21 and like they give you.
I feel like I kept getting sick there too.
You could.
I feel like there were so many people in there.
You could
like,
get a card and you could load the card up with baht, which is their money, and like the first time we went, I think we put like 500 baht on there, which is roughly like $15 US, and we could not get through that. We were eating everything we could find. Like we tried everything. He wanted to really try mango sticky rice. We got
not a fan.
different types of soups. I love spicy food. And so I was trying up all the spicy fishes and the spicy noodles and different things like that. So
like as far as cons for you, what were like some of
hold
your
on,
cons?
I had one more pro.
Oh, okay.
Cannabis.
Yeah.
The dispensaries.
I mean, come on, we
so
came from LA, so
right, we're from LA and we partake in the broccoli. We didn't know because when I was doing my research online, it was like you need a medical card and
yeah, they were saying that they had cut down because they made it legal a few years back, but they changed the law.
And so it was something that Thailand has been kind of like juggling whether they wanted to keep it or get rid of it or make it more stricter or whatever it might be. And so we were like, okay, going in, we're like, okay, we're prepared to like have to buy a medical card and like da-da-da-da. But none of that. It couldn't have been more easier. Like,
and it's everywhere. It's everywhere, but it's not in your face though.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain because you can't smoke it in public.
Right.
But they have lounges with the dispensaries, so because they have their own grows, so you go there and you're able to like buy downstairs and then go upstairs and they have like the lounge. You could get food, you could sit there and enjoy music. I loved it. Like it was,
so
why don't we do this in America? This is crazy.
Every dispensary we went to had a lounge.
Yeah.
Some had bigger lounges than others. Like some would get full and they'd be like, sorry, you can buy, but you can't smoke. But most of them had it to where you could just buy it and go upstairs. And they would even roll it up for you.
Yeah. Price-wise, the price wasn't too much different than what we were spending in LA.
Probably about $10 to $15 a gram.
Yeah. So comparing the strength of it though to what we were eating in LA, what would you say?
I mean, nobody's LA. No, they had some good. They had some really good choices. I know one of our favorite ones. We would go there and like they had an actual grow in their dispensary, so they
This is
allowed
really
us to
cool.
go into the grow and look around and see everything. But yeah, I mean, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
I will say though, I did try some of the like the gummies, the candies and stuff, and they wasn't really hitting on it. You
Yeah.
literally would have to like. I have a really sensitivity to like gummies and things like that, so usually I like do a half a piece or a
Hmm.
quarter. But I was popping them things like 3, 4 at a time, like
Yeah.
not feeling nothing. But as far as the actual flower, yeah, they had some really good broccoli.
Yeah. I would say too, one of the pros that I really didn't get to experience, but you did,
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that there's a really good African American community there, just
Oh
black
yeah.
community there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because you went to some events that I didn't,
Yeah.
because I was sick, that I didn't get a chance to go to, and you were able to connect and really meet people and make a lot of friends. And that's something that we're not really experiencing here in Vietnam yet.
Yeah.
But I think that was really cool that, we're there in
Yeah.
strength for
I
sure.
feel like sometimes if you go to like networking events back home or like, parties where you don't know people, you kind of like, I know for me, I'm not the first person to like jump out and be like, hey, what's your name? So that was kind of like, it took the pressure off of it when you go to these events because as soon as you walk in, somebody that looks like you and sounds like you comes right up to you and introduces themselves, and then they start taking you through the room and introducing you to other people, and you meet people that are living there or just traveling through or live in other parts of Thailand or Southeast Asia. And so that was really cool.
Yeah, I always like seeing us traveling
Yeah.
because it's almost like you have to acknowledge it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I see you.
Right.
It's always cool to like see
Yeah.
one of us out and doing their thing.
There was definitely when we would see, I would say a handful, not that many, but a handful of times where we'd see another black person and they wouldn't speak or they would roll their eyes, but they were there not to be, with their own people. They were just there
They had
engulfed
other things,
in the Thai culture.
other plans.
Yeah, and the ladies of the night. But as far outside of that, everybody was really friendly. I
Yeah.
went to 2 brunches there, one for because we were there through Thanksgiving, so I went to one at an actual dispensary called Blunts and Brunch, which was a lot of fun, and we got like free pre-rolls and a good portion plate of Thanksgiving food. So really, after eating Thai food, as good as the food is, you do miss like certain things from
Yeah.
home, like soul food and certain seasonings and stuff. So that was nice to have. So meeting people, it wasn't hard to meet people.
Yeah.
There was a lot of us there, which is crazy. And a good, I would say 90% of us were there all for the same reason. Like if you're living or slow traveling through Asia, you left America, almost everybody's reason was the same.
All right. So cons.
Air. The air quality.
Yeah.
Like certain days the air was so thick to where you couldn't even go out and get a good picture of the sunset or anything because it was just so thick. Like this, you could see the smog in the distance. I would definitely say one part of Vietnam that I traveled to definitely took the cake with air pollution. I would say the air, sometimes the driving. We didn't drive, but just being in the car when you're not used to, like they don't have a lot of stop signs or a lot of stoplights, and they drive on the opposite side, so it was just like, whew, I couldn't look. Like anytime we get in a Grab, I just be like on my phone because I can't look at this.
You mastered the train system and
Yeah,
did
once
a lot of train.
I got on the train one day and I mean, as courteous as Thai people are, they pack those trains up. They're not gonna wait for the next train. So if there's an inch to squeeze in, they're gonna squeeze in, and you're gonna be like this close with a stranger. And so that's probably why we kept getting sick.
Right.
Even with the mask. Once we learned how to like get around, it wasn't like as scary because then we understood the train system. if I wanted to leave our area and go like central Bangkok or go into the city to go, like he's not really big in the malls, but I am.
Oh,
So
that's the other negative for me.
it's just a positive for me.
Bangkok is a shopping city. It is
Yes.
a business and shopping center. And I don't like shopping.
He hates it.
I don't like going to the malls. I don't like going to, and the crazy thing is the first place she took me to
Okay.
when we landed
Some of the malls
was the
have the
most
best-
expensive mall in Bangkok.
Some of them have the best food courts.
That's not why we were there. We didn't go to that mall for those
We're just window shopping.
No,
But
that's the first place she
okay,
took me.
first of all,
but look, we have
the
a rule.
architecture-
We have a rule in the States. What's the rule in the States?
You go with me twice a year
Twice a year.
and you don't complain.
And I don't complain.
But you complain the whole time.
Yeah, because we went to every mall in Bangkok. Every single mall in Bangkok.
So, so the first mall. Okay, so in my defense, you're never gonna see a mall like
It was crazy.
the ones
Yeah.
in Asia
Yeah.
in America.
It's
you're
almost
just not
intimidating.
gonna see a 10-story mall where every floor is literally something else.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
It's a shopping mecca
Yeah.
for sure.
People don't really like eat at home, so they usually tend to go to the night markets at a certain point in the evening to go eat with their families, or they go to the malls.
Yeah.
And so I was just trying to do as the Thai do.
I don't have a lot of cons outside of that. Like, and again, I was sick for 90% of the time we were there.
Yeah.
This isn't a Thailand or Bangkok thing. This is kind of an Asia thing. But I don't like the design of the bathrooms. The bathrooms, they tend to like the smaller, in the water. The smaller apartments, the smaller condos, the toilet and the shower are like connected. If there's no separation between the toilet, where you take your shower. So by the time you get done washing, the whole bathroom's wet. The toilet's wet. Like, you have to get used to but it forces you to get used to using less water because you just
'cause you're not
wash,
gonna
cut it
get-
off, and then, do what you're going to do.
Most of the places we stay, you're not going to get like more than 10 minutes of warm water.
Yeah, that part too, yeah.
I'm really big into skincare, and I will say the first week just being there and trying to like wash my face, I broke out really bad from the water. I had to wash my face with bottled water every day and wash my hair with bottled water because the water was really harsh. And so we really recommend getting a filter.
So would you say, because that's the biggest thing everybody who wants to go to Thailand for is they want to live in a cheap country or less expensive country. Would you say that Thailand is cheap?
I think Thailand is what you make it. Like, it's definitely inexpensive. I wouldn't say it's cheap because I feel like what's cheap to me might be expensive to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like $40 on a bottle of face wash, it's not that bad. To you, you're like, $40 for face wash. But so it's the same thing. I think if you come here, there's definitely you can live. You see people online like, I got this whole condo with everything for $200 or $300 a month. Yes, that's true. You can get a whole condo for $350 a month.
But your toilet's in your shower and
Your toilet's in your shower.
you ain't got no
Your
washer and
building
dryer.
has maybe 2,000 people living in it.
Yeah.
Like, the walls are thin. But you get the amenities. You get the gym. You get the
That was the cool
pool.
thing, yeah. A lot of the buildings, no matter how much
get
you were
security.
paying, a lot of the buildings, no matter how much you're paying, they had really good amenities there. So like she said, you got the really cool, like, I was surprised, like both buildings have rooftop pools that were really nice. They had gyms and stuff like that.
Even Parrot Island had a gym.
Yeah.
It was closed the whole time because they were like, the flu season, we don't
Again,
want anybody using the gym.
Probably why I got
So
sick.
they closed the gym. So we weren't able to use the gym the whole time we were there. But for the other apartments, it definitely had rooftop gardens and beautiful things.
Really
but
nice places that you could go and sit and work and,
your
little
home
office
is
places.
maybe 300 square feet.
Yeah.
Or what is it, square meters? Or
No, it was like 20 something square meters.
20. I would say most places are between like
20,
27
26.
to like 35
Yeah.
is like your
I feel
standard.
like 35 is stretching it.
No.
Even the
Included.
Airbnbs are pretty cheap. We were doing, like she said, we were
300.
doing, the goal was to stay under 500. So on average, I think we were doing like Parrot Island, we did like 200 for the time we were there.
And I met a gentleman in the laundry area at Parrot Island that had been living there for a year from Atlanta. And I was like, how are you living here with these birds? But he was like, it's $200 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to spend $800 to $1,200 a month. Obviously, you'll probably get more space or closer to the central Bangkok area. But not everybody has it like that, or
wants to spend that.
Or even wants to spend it. It's like sometimes it's just a principle, like why I'm paying this amount of money in the States, why would I want to come over here and I can get luxury for $500 or $600 a month, and but I'm still choosing to pay $1,500 to $2,000. And some people have it. I've met a lot of veterans and people who have a fixed income, or they have a good remote job or a tech job. We just didn't have it like that. We literally just packed up and left, and we were like, we'll figure it out when we get over there.
If you're a couple traveling like we are, I hope you really like each other a lot, because you're gonna be on top of each other if you go for like the budget type of traveling. You could always spend more and get the 2-3 bedrooms. It is when I say spend more, I'm talking like $800. It's not like it's a whole lot more.
Our thing was we were trying to stay under 500 everywhere we went, and we were able to do that, but we definitely had to live more modest. Whereas back home, I was used to having my own closet, my own bathroom, and different things like that. We started sharing a bathroom, and I will say in Thailand though, the apartments do come with a lot of shelving. So there's definitely places to put stuff. A lot of people take their suitcases and they pack them within each other and just put them either on their balconies. Most of our places had balconies. So you were able to like step out on the balcony and get some air if you wanted to do that, or hang your clothes if you only had a washer. A hard thing for me was I have really sensitive skin, so finding a laundry detergent that didn't have perfume in it. I don't know why Asians do this, but they put so much perfume and scent into a lot of products. Like I even bought brush wash, and it smelled like, I was like, my face is gonna break out if I wash my makeup brushes with this. But it was definitely like full of scent. So we did find one that we could use, but it was really hard. Like we spent like 30-40 minutes in the aisle just scanning to see what the package said, and it was like everything. It was like rose blossom, cherry,
every fragrance you could think of.
Every fragrance like you could think of. And so
I think finding products that we're used to in general there I would say it's easier there than here in Vietnam, but it still was challenging. It was a challenge to find stuff that we're used to. They put whitening in everything. So
skincare, you have to be careful, especially in Thailand. I don't know about everywhere else in Asia. I haven't really seen it as much here in Vietnam as in the stores, but it's something about Thai people have an obsession with white skin. And so a lot of their products are designed with that in mind. So if you buy like even Vaseline, you have to like anything, you have to just read it, because it'll have like a whitening agent, or they'll sometimes say bright skin, which is just bleach. And there's a lot of bleach in the soaps and the lotions, everything. Even the makeup that they tend to wear, like Clay was like, why? Because, he lives with a makeup artist, and he's like, why is their skin gray? Like, I was like, that's just how they like to wear it. So they're obsessed with like not tanning at all. It's the total opposite from the US, where everybody wants to be tan. Thailand, everybody wants to be white. Like they even walk around with umbrellas, hats. They don't want to get the sun on them at all. If you're a black woman, it's a little more challenging, because if you have certain oils or hair care especially, you have to bring your stuff with you, or order it, or the few people that are selling products, it's extremely expensive.
Yeah. So, final question. I can only ask you this because I've never been anywhere else outside of Bangkok yet, as far as Thailand is concerned. If you were going to settle someplace in Thailand, would you settle long term in Bangkok?
I think I definitely could settle in Bangkok as long as I was able to still like travel
Yeah.
other places.
Yeah.
Like it definitely has everything, as much as we say, oh, bring this or bring that, or they didn't have this or that, it wasn't that we couldn't find it, it just was a challenge to
Yeah.
find it. Whereas now we're in Vietnam and we don't got access to nothing.
Yeah.
So I was able to find a braider there through the community.
Yeah. There was more black barbershops
He
there
was
as
able to
well.
get a barber out there, and he never, like, he's always cut his hair. We've been together 7 years, and I've never seen him go to a barber until
Yeah.
we moved to
I still want my own clippers though, but yeah.
until we moved to Asia, and he was able to find a barber through another referral in
Yeah.
the communities and get his hair cut. And he actually went twice. So I thought that was cool.
Because I don't have my own clippers yet.
They definitely have. I know. I was talking to my mom, and she was just like, I could never live in a different country because I just like having options. I don't feel like I was out of options.
Ever.
Like, I had Jamaican food.
Right.
I had soul food. I had Mexican food. Wasn't as good as California, but it was there. All in all, Bangkok is safe. I felt safe there. Even the days when I went out without him and I would come back home late, like 9 or 10, just walking down like our building, you had to kind of like walk down a dark
alleyway.
alley, and I didn't feel unsafe at all. I didn't feel like I had to watch my back, left, right. I didn't feel like I couldn't put down my stuff and it wasn't going to be there.
So with that in mind, make sure you like, subscribe,
Yes.
all that, because we ain't got no fixed income and we need all that.
Yes.
So.
And any questions or comments about anything like living, visa, hair and makeup, beauty, skincare, please drop it in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.